very good evening. This is Ajita again, and we're going to be talking to another amazing athlete, and we'll be discussing a lot of things about her dream and her journey and what she's preparing. So stay tuned in and let's hear from her. Let's get her on board on live. Let's see. Thank you for joining in. We're just gonna quickly start. All right, here we have Miss Rama with us. Hi Rama, how are you?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me all well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. So let's just kickstart. So very good evening to all of you who have joined us today, and we'll be talking a lot about our guest and what she has decided to do this year. So stay tuned in. So let me just give you a quick brief about Miss Rama. So she's a special person. Let's start with that she has decided to do something incredible this year. So she hails from Himachal. She's a Pahadan and a mountaineer, and she's an inspiration for the women in outdoor adventures. So she has achieved already a lot of accolades, and she has achieved a lot of things in her life. She is the first lady from Himachal Pradesh to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. And then she also does Alpine style expeditions. So we'll be talking about that. So those who don't know what is Alpine expeditions. And then she has summited Mount Deo Tibba, and she has cycled from Manali to Ladakh 450 kilometers. And she's also one of the member of Project 99 Navdurga. This is the one of the project with Team Shershah she completed of climbing 9 hills in the fastest time, and she made her name into the Indian books of records. And now her next aim is to climb Mount Everest. So that's a huge list of achievements. So first of all, congratulations Rama for doing all those things and inspiring so many females out there. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you.
So let's now first start with, tell us about yourself. All of us want to know who is Rama Thakur, what she does, and what she's currently doing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. So, as you've already said, I'm Rama Thakur. I belong to Manali, Himachal Pradesh. All my studies and my higher education, everything happened in Manali. And after that, after grade 12, I started with my mountaineering. And I took it up as a profession, started off by getting the said pocket money and everything, all the education, everything taken care of by earning from the outdoor. And after that, I joined 𝘱𝑚𝑎s as a mountaineering instructor. And then 7 years back, I came to Bangalore to join Indus School of Leadership, which comes under the Indus International School, as everyone knows it. So here I'm working as a leadership trainer as of now, and that's where I get my inspiration from, that I can do something big. So that's the crux of it.
That's amazing. So you came from Manali, from Himachal. So let me just quick question. So how a Pahadan life in the city in Bangalore looks like?
Okay, as you can see the smile, I can already tell that it's not that exciting for us when a Pahadan comes to city, because we are not used to broad roads, we are not used to brands. We do have brands, but then those brands are pretty different than the brands you wear here. and the kind of lifestyle people have, the kind of environment we get, noisy environment, it's very different. I come from a village, so usually I wake up and I start my day with a hike. That's actually not possible doing over here. So it's very different.
Yeah. I can so understand, but I wanted to ask, I hear from a Pahadan herself, how you feel it. All right, nice. So let's move on to the next question. Like you said that you did certain mountaineering courses while you were there. So the profession, though you are from Himachal, you are from a mountain region, but how you took up mountaineering as your profession and what you're doing currently. So how that thought came in that you want to pursue this and want to continue this, and what all things you did to in the journey of pursuing your passion?
So being an adventure athlete, you must also be aware of the fact that back in those days, mountaineering was not considered as a good sports or as a sport that was famous in ladies. So when I was in grade 12, one of my dad's friend, he suggested that if you have any of your daughters who would like to come and do the course, it is free of course, so you can send her. So that's how the introduction happened. But then that was the start of it in 2007, and there was never coming back from it.
Oh, that's nice. So what that in the process, like when you were called upon and you showed interest and you learned. So now just for our audience, like when somebody wants to get into mountaineering or what to get into a sport like this, so what is the prime skills or things they have to learn or they should be focusing on?
I think if a person is persistent enough, if a person is looking for doing something challenging, I think that's the crux of it. One should have that, and one should be ready to do anything to achieve it. And I think everything else falls in place. Physical stamina, of course, is required. Physical well-being is required. Mental well-being is required. But all of those will come only when you're mentally prepared for it.
Nice. Yeah, that is absolutely, I think, totally agree that you have to be mentally prepared.
Yeah.
By as long as like you're physically prepared, you have to mentally be present and ready to do things which you are supposed to do. So that's very well said, Rama. Now, moving on from that question, now you said there are very few females are into outdoors and there are very few people take up mountaineering or outdoor adventure sports as a profession. Now, my next question would be like when you became the first female from Himachal Pradesh to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So I want to ask you, what was the response before? Like, because there was no one ahead of you from Himachal who has done this. So there is no one for you to go and ask them or take inspiration or learn. So how did you tackle that journey? Like, what was your position and how you were preparing mentally, physically, being the first female who's preparing for that?
I think this goes to all those who think that education is not important. I would like to bring this out here that if you're educated, you get to come out of the place where you are located right now and you get to see the world. When you get to see the world, you get to explore it. You meet new people, you meet new faces, you meet new challenges. And that's how in this School of Leadership, it provided me with this opportunity. And I never knew that I was ready to go there from Himachal Pradesh. My elder sister, she researched about it. And once I climbed it, the next day I got to know it's coming all over in the newspaper, it's coming in the news, it's coming everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness, this really did happen. And I had no clues that it was going to be a historical moment. But then after climbing, it did feel like a really proud moment for the entire of Himachal Pradesh, for myself, for my family.
Nice. That's good to hear. My next question was actually following that. Like, what happened after you climbed, after you became the first female? What was happening? How was family and how was your mindset and how did you feel it when you became the first female from Himachal?
Yeah. So after you become a figure whom others are looking forward to, looking up to, you become very precocious of how you are, pardon me, sorry. So how you are putting yourself out in the social media, what kind of strength you are showcasing, what you're doing in your personal life and your professional life, that matters a lot. So after coming back, I saw that social media presence rose up like anything. Pardon me.
It's fine, it's fine. Sorry. It's okay, it's fine. Okay, take it slow. Drink water.
I'm extremely sorry about that. I'm fine now. Yeah.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, so what happens?
You want to take a water or something?
I'm fine.
Good. Yeah.
So what happens is, as I came back, I saw that for the first time, my videos were shared like more than 1,000 times. I got to know that people are proud of what I'm doing and people are recognizing it. Before coming here, before doing any such thing, I thought, who cares? If Rama is climbing a particular peak, no one cares. No one is gonna get bothered about whatever I'm doing in my personal life or in my professional life. But then that was an awakening moment for me that no, it does matter. People are looking forward to what you're doing and it will make a lot of impact on many lives. So that's the mindset I'm carrying after I climbed Kilimanjaro.
That's nice. Yes. So things, so there's a saying like, if you do things so that's how people are going to remember you. So all your struggle, all your hardship, everything matters at the end. Nobody's going to talk about you or care for you, like what you're going to do. So that's how I'm taking my next question to, as a female. So what are the challenges do you feel that as a female outdoor adventurist, as a female mountaineer, as a female who are into adventure field? So what are the challenges basically a female sports person, adventure sports person face in current situations?
I think they're both pros and cons, and they're both challenges and advantages that a female athlete has, especially in terms of mountaineering. What happens? We are out there for a prolonged period of time, which makes us vulnerable to all kind of diseases or infections and all these things, which at a particular time does not serve us well when we are climbing. But at the same time, I think I've been discussing with many of the female athletes and the male. They do agree on this thing that women have more physical capabilities than a man. Not in terms of carrying load. It could be in terms of carrying load. I haven't challenged anyone on that. But then otherwise, if you see the physical aspect of it, let's say climbing, let's say being more technical, understanding the nuances of how a particular thing should be organized, should be done, women have a little bit of an advantage there. But then coming to physical aspect of the well-being, I think we are more vulnerable there. So we have to take care more of our health when we are in the outdoors, because we need more protein. We need more of healthcare there. And that could be a concern, especially when we are on our monthly menstruation. That becomes an issue, because many of us, including me, we go through a lot of pain. And then doing a lot of physical exercise at that particular altitude, it's not that easy. That's one challenge that I foresee that happens.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely true. And we have to be very open about talking about all these things, because what happens every day, we don't meet female athletes or female adventure explorer or person who's into mountaineering, who's pursuing this, because it's a hard sport. It's a sport like which requires your physical, your mental strength, support from society, support from family, support from XYZ, right? So we have to be open up to be able to talk about all these things. We don't know, maybe there are future mountaineers, there are maybe so many other dreamers who are looking to pursue this sport, but they are never getting a platform where they can talk to. So with this live, I would definitely want to tell to all those people who are watching this live or who are going to watch this video later on, please reach out to Rama. She's an excellent motivator. She's into leadership training and everything. Apart from that, you have just heard her talking about the physical aspects and the emotional aspects of a female athlete. And then we have to support each other to make sure that there are more female outdoors. When initially, if I have to talk about my experience, I have not seen female Sherpas, I have not seen female porters, I have not seen female lead climbers, I have not seen female trek leads, right? But things are evolving, things are changing. And that's where we as a community, we have to be open to all these things, talk about these things. Yes, we get periods. Yes, that's kind of a situation where we all feel low, but this is a good thing. It also makes us even more stronger. And thanks to all those guys, I would say that who are super supportive of what we females as do, right? They come and they support us. So there are so many guys who understand and they come together, they help us, they be part of our journey. So it is not just we are talking only about females. It's like, okay, credit goes to the guys as well who understand all these things. So thanks for bringing that topic, Rama. I'm really happy that we are talking about all these things.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's now move on to your next expedition. That is something really, really big. We always think that is the pinnacle of everyone's career or everyone's dream. Now you have decided and you are working towards climbing Mount Everest. Now, let's tell us about why Mount Everest. I know it is everyone's dream, but what made you decide that you want to climb Mount Everest?
Yeah, so this question is actually really intriguing, I would say. You already said that Mount Everest is an epitome of leading oneself. It is the height of any heights. So it is very important that you climb any heights. It won't matter till the time it has a reason behind why we are climbing it. Last 15 years, I kept thinking that I have to climb. But I really didn't know why to climb. And I never questioned myself, why do I want to climb? It was like, okay, mountaineer hai, the biggest dream is this only, so let's do it. That's why I kept thinking. And honestly speaking, I don't think others would care much about it, that you want to climb because you just want to climb because you feel good about it. There has to be a reason behind doing a particular thing. And the education, of course, teaches you the importance of why. And coming to ISL, after doing a lot of reflection, seeing my colleagues, seeing everyone pick up a goal that is like really challenging and bringing a reason behind why we are doing it, made a lot of sense for me that, okay, if I want to climb Everest, why do I want to climb Everest? And then I went deeper into it. It took me nearly 2 years to understand why I want to do it. And then I decided that, okay, now I'll do it because I know why I want to do it. So when we speak about the why of my why behind climbing Everest, it's because if you see after 𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗪 ma'am from Manali, not even one lady has got to climb Mount Everest. Either we have not been given a chance, the society has not been supportive of it, or we ourselves were lacking the knowledge, or we were lacking the information how to make this particular thing process. So to give a hope to all the mountaineers who are yet to come, who are already there in the field right now, who are working, to give a hope to all of them that yes, we can do it and this is how we can do it. I'm climbing Mount Everest. So, and after climbing back, of course, there will be many things that will be disclosed and there will be many ways that I will be taking this forward, but that's a journey for the future. But that's the crux of it, that I'm climbing it because the Pahadans need it. Because as of now, women need to know, or the women athlete needs to know that there are people who are going to support us and that we are going to make a significant difference in the society by taking up challenging things in our lives.
Yeah. Women love challenges. We see that.
You are the leader of those challenges.
No.
I must say.
You see, what you are doing is bigger than what I'm doing right now, right? So I'm all wishes and like all support for you, and just see what best can we do to support you. That's the only thing which we are trying to do. So thanks for taking up that leap of faith and doing what you're doing. So please continue doing that.
Thank you so much, madam.
So, okay, so now we understood why you're climbing this. So your preparations is on, you're climbing multiple mountains, you're doing your day-to-day training, and there's so many things happening. So now it is not an easy task to climb Mount Everest. It requires humongous, we all know, humongous amount of financial support, humongous amounts of training support, and XYZ. You just call it, there is so many things required. So how somebody can support you? What kind of support are you looking at? And how can people reach out to you? Please let us know.
Okay, so there are two ways that that anyone can support me in. First is financially. The second one is by spreading the word across, because both of these things matter a lot to me as of now. When you spread the word, you're going to pray for me. The people who will get to know about this climb, they're going to pray for me, and that will matter a lot. I'm quite, let's say, religious in this matter, that as many people will pray for me, pray for this success, it will happen. And the second one is financially, because of course it entails a huge amount of money, which is not possible for any single person to, even if someone wants to help me, single person cannot do it. So I have opened an account on 𝗲𝘱𝗶, so people can reach me out on 𝗲𝘲𝗶. We will provide the link for the 𝗲𝘲𝗶. At the same time, you can also reach me out on my Instagram profile, and I can let you know, I can let the viewers over here know how they can help me with this with this experience, with this expedition. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, like that we have, as a female athlete, there's always been a challenge to receive that kind of support. And to all the audience who's watching us, it takes a community to build a person into an athlete, a dream into a reality. So that's the dream we are talking about here. So if you're watching this and if you feel a connect, that Rama is doing this for the community, for the female athletes, and for the future of females in India. So we need to give her our support. And it is not just by one person. There's, like, as he mentioned, it is small efforts, so many people coming together to just help one person achieve their dream. So when she does that summit, it is summit for all of us. We may not be there physically, but in her prayers and in our prayers, we are going to be definitely going to be there. So that is the kind of support we are looking at. So Rama has been updating all her training journeys, all her expeditions on her social media. She's keeping all of us up to date. How is her journey going on, what she's doing right now, and what is her next plan, where she's heading, what she's doing. She's trying to build the awareness around women empowerment, around menstruation, around women into outdoor sport. She's trying everything while she's preparing herself for this expedition. So do reach out to her. The link will be available on this live, and we will also post on our Instagram page her 𝗲𝘲𝗶 link as well. So just talk to her, just extend your support and be part of this journey where we fulfill somebody else's dream, where we are supporting other people to achieve their dreams. It is not an easy task just to prepare and just to think about it. Climbing and summiting is the second part. Right now we are preparing to make sure that she goes there. So I really hope that we get that kind of support from all of us. And I really hope, Rama, that the season which you have prepared for and everything, it just get going. It just get going.
Definitely.
All right.
So this journey has to be something that is not personal. It has to be something where it is building a community of men who trust in women and are ready to support other women to move ahead, and for women as well to support each other to move ahead and do something that is really challenging, that would make a change in the entire society. So for that, we all have to come collectively, we have to come to a collective consciousness and take this forward.
Yes, definitely. We heard you. I think everyone heard you. So all the men and women, it's time for you to support, and let's see how we are doing this. All right. So that was a wonderful, inspiring talk, Rama, and I can't wait to see that what we do together. We can't wait to meet you and see all the wonderful things which you are doing.
Definitely.
So moving on, so we are going to our next question that we have from the audience. So our audience have sent out few questions for you. So first question for you is, does being from Himalayan region, like you're from Himachal Pradesh, is an advantage for such expeditions?
I would say yes, because we stay at an altitude which is already at a particular height. Like, let's say about Manali, it's already 2000 meters higher. So if we are staying there and if we are born there, genetically our lungs are much more enlarged, much more broader than the ones who would come from the coastal area. So that way we have an advantage. When we speak about the genetics of it, but when we are otherwise speaking about it, yes, we have advantage because we have the pitch right there. We don't have to spend a lot of money to go there and then do our exercises, then climb the mountain. We have snow right there. We have cold right there. It's an ideal situation for anyone to grow up in that particular place to climb any peaks. Like I'm saying that in the morning, my morning starts with going on a hike, and then I come back and do my household chores, right? So that's the difference that is there.
I know. All the people from South, they're definitely gonna see that, huh? They're definitely, why are we from South? We also want to live in mountain areas. Okay. Especially me, huh? Now I want to go and live in the mountain area now and see the difference, as you mentioned that.
You should
go for a in the England and then come back, climb somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So next question for you is that, as you mentioned that you are an Alpine climber, you do Alpine expeditions. So what are the advantage of Alpine expeditions? So before that, you answer that. So can you explain for our audience who don't know, what is Alpine expeditions?
Okay, so Alpine expedition means where you carry all the things that are required for a particular expedition, you carry it by yourself. There is no Sherpa or there is no high altitude guide or low altitude guide, no cook, nothing. You do cooking yourself, you will be cooking food meals for yourself, you will be climbing yourself, you will be fixing the ropes for yourself, you will be opening the route for yourself, you will be doing everything end to end by yourself. So if you don't get any support from outside, that is known as doing a Alpine climbing.
In simple words, like what we do solo travel, that is just considered as traveling when we are into going into mountains, into mountain expeditions and all those things. So that is called Alpine expeditions. Is that,
yes.
Am I correct? Okay,
yes,
so it's for the easy understanding of all the people to differentiate. So when you're going into mountains, as Rama mentioned, do all those things by yourself, you'll be called as an Alpine expedition explorer. All right. Yes. So what is the advantage of that? Let's answer to that questions now.
Okay. So advantage of doing Alpine climbing is that first of all, you are not dependent on someone else. You are carrying everything by yourself, so there is no lagging behind that this person did not come because of that things are lying behind. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes if you are doing an expedition and you are using mules, sometimes those mules, they fall off the cliff and the things that go along with him, along with that particular mule, cannot be retrieved. So your equipment, all the expenditure, expensive equipment and all, everything is gone. So there are a lot of risks when you are at the stake of at the mercy of someone else, carrying your own luggage, everything. But at the same time, I would say, of course, the advantage is that once you do an expedition on your own as in an Alpine style, you find the other expeditions much more relaxing. You're like, Shahi wala expedition, everything is done. We just have to climb, we just have to walk. So it feels very different. Like it becomes much more easier later to go in other expeditions.
Okay, but then now my just adding to these questions now, as you mentioned about like the advantages, so there must be a lot of risk involved because you're carrying everything on your own. You're all alone in the mountains. So as like the mule slipped, it could be someone else.
Yes. So the first thing is, of course, our physical capability, right? How much can we carry? When I do on any of these Alpine expeditions, I carry around 35 to 40 kg on my back. So when I'm carrying that much, how much can I work with that much of a load? So my the working speed, that's going to reduce, and I'll have to take a day break as well before I go for the final summit. Not because I'm not acclimatized, but because my body has taken a lot of toll. So it needs a recovery time. It will need recovery time every now and then. So we have to cater for more number of days for climbing a particular peak. At the same time, when you're going to open the route yourself, again, it is going to take a lot of energy. So when you're doing alpine climbing, too much energy will be used, too much time will be used, because now you are cooking yourself. You are pitching the tents yourself, you're packing yourself, you're doing all the things by yourself. So it's going to be time consuming. It is going to be consuming a lot of energy, but then it is going to be worth it. At the end, it's going to be worth it.
Yes, so I can only sell to people like who are planning to do alpine expeditions or thinking of doing it. See, one thing is, of course, you need strategic planning for this expeditions. It is not like anyone can just decide to do it. But then who really want to do it, please reach out to Rama. I think now you have someone who has done it, you know them, so you can reach out to her and you can ask her if you want to train for it. So that is really good, Rama. And now the last question for you is, and it is, I found it really positive question for you. It's like, how does you plan to celebrate once you achieve this feat? So that means this is, once you achieve Mount Everest, when you are on the summit, how are you planning to celebrate it?
Well, I think this should be answered. This should be a thing, or should be a the answer should come from people who are going to support me. Answer should come from the community that will be built while I'm climbing it and before I'm climbing it. They should tell how we should celebrate it, whichever way they say. For me, I'm going to go to a temple that is already pre-decided. 2 temples, one in north, one in south. I'm going to thank all the gods who allowed me to even think about going there. So I'm going to do rituals.
Yes. Yes, that's really good. And yeah, for sure. See, climbing is not everybody's cup of tea. And then on top of that, you are going to climb the world's tallest mountain, right? You're going to achieve that is like really extraordinary thing. Even to think, even to prepare, to dream, and to start working on it. So that is really a big feat. So I wish all the very best for all your preparations and everything, and whatever the things you have shared with us. And there's a lot of inspiration and a lot of things people can take back from this. Now, before we end this live session, so I would like to ask you, for the female audience and for the male audience, there are so many people watching you from around the globe. So any message you want to share for them?
I would say all of you, go big, think large, go big, think of big dreams, try and achieve it, and don't make it something that is just for yourself. Make it something that is bringing the entire community together. It's bringing the entire India, the entire world together, and it's inspiring them and yourself to take up challenging goals only. It has to be only and only challenging goals. Go for it. Think big, do big. That's it.
Yes. Think big and go big. And as Rama mentioned, yes, prepare for it. So that's the message from Rama. And thank you so much, Rama, for sharing so many wonderful things. Our audience learned about alpine expeditions and why you are preparing for Mount Everest, and your dreams, and where you come from, what you're doing right now for the community. And as I mentioned, it takes a community to make a dream achieved. If we have to make sure that India is on the top, we have a lot of mountaineers from India going and doing things and making all of us proud. It takes all of us, right? It takes all of us to do our little bit to make sure that the dream is achieved. So let's quickly see if there's any more questions for you in our question box before we say bye to anyone. Is any question anybody wants to ask? Time is now. Okay. Okay, there is one question for you in the comment box. One more question. So they say, how many expeditions are you planning before Mount Everest?
Okay, as of now, I'm a working professional. So I believe that one should not look at peaks as something that is just going to spend money, since it's my profession. So as of now, I'm not planning for a pre-expedition because that is not something that I can do along with my job. As of now, my entire focus is on getting that sponsorship that I really need. And I don't have a lot of support system around me as such. So I'm putting in more effort in that. And by March end, I intend to go back to Manali, and I'll be doing my pre-Everest there. I'll not be going for higher peaks because it will already have a lot of snow at the low base itself. So I'll be doing a couple of treks in Manali before I leave for Nepal. So that's the plan as of now.
That's wonderful. All right, so that's it. That's the end of this session. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you,
Please
everyone.
reach out to Rama, and we will be sharing her Milap link as well as her Insta handle on this live chat. So you can reach out to her directly, share her journey, share what she's trying to do, talk to more people about Rama. It is not an easy task to climb Mount Everest, and together let's climb the summit together. That's the only thing I would like to say. So thank you, Rama, for joining us and sharing all this inspiration and everything. It's our
Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's our pleasure. I wish you all the very best, and may your dreams come true, and you raise the Indian flag on Mount Everest, and then we continue. Yes, you raise that and come back with a lot of stories. So until then, good luck with all your training, and let's hope you get all kind of support from brands, from community, from all the fellow mountaineers, from fellow adventure explorers. May you get all kind of supports from them. So thank you so much, and wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you.
So thank you everyone. So this is Ajita signing off now. We'll catch up again with another wonderful guest. So till then, take care, stay safe, and keep amplifying adventures. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.